In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on October 24th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Milwaukee Bucks versus Toronto Raptors. The Milwaukee Bucks travel north to face the Toronto Raptors on Friday night at Scotiabank Arena. The early line reflects some uncertainty as Giannis Antetokounmpo appears on the injury report with a back issue. However, he is listed as probable at the time of this writing, which suggests he is expected to play. Toronto enters this contest still needing to show consistency against high-caliber opponents. Their recent win over Atlanta was a step forward, but it came against a team that continues to struggle with identity and defense. Milwaukee has enjoyed recent success in this matchup, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings and covering the spread in 4 of the last 5. The Bucks' roster construction and continuity remain a key strength, anchored by the presence of Antetokounmpo, who gives them the clear advantage in talent and versatility on both ends of the floor. Toronto continues to rely on its balanced attack, but when facing elite opposition, it has yet to prove capable of sustaining execution for 4 quarters. Milwaukee's track record in these head-to-head contests highlights their ability to dictate tempo, protect the rim, and capitalize on mismatches in transition. These elements have consistently tilted recent outcomes in their favor. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Milwaukee Bucks enter this game averaging 133 points per contest on 51% shooting from the field, while allowing 120 points per game on 46.9% shooting by opponents. They are connecting on 40.9% of their three-point attempts and converting 78.9% from the free throw line. On the defensive glass, Milwaukee allows opponents to shoot 40.5% from beyond the arc while collecting an average of 46 rebounds per game. Toronto, meanwhile, averages 138 points per game on 56.8% shooting while giving up 118 points per game on 42.2% shooting allowed. The Raptors have struggled from deep, hitting just 24% of their three-point attempts, though they are efficient at the stripe with an 82.8% conversion rate. On the other end, they have limited opponents to 28.6% shooting from long range while averaging 54 rebounds per game. These combined statistics point toward a high-tempo contest, where both teams' scoring efficiency and fast-paced style could play a decisive role in the total outcome. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Orlando Magic. The Atlanta Hawks visit the Kia Center to face the Orlando Magic on Friday night. Atlanta may enter this matchup slightly short-handed, with Zachary Risacher listed as questionable due to ankle soreness. Orlando, meanwhile, has already ruled out Moritz Wagner because of a knee injury. These teams split 4 meetings last season, each contest decided by an average of 7.7 points. Atlanta made several notable off-season additions to bolster its roster, but chemistry takes time, and that showed in the team's disappointing loss to Toronto. The Magic kept their main core intact and began the season with a gritty win over Miami. The contrast between these two franchises is clear. One is seeking stability and growth, while the other still searches for consistency. Atlanta dropped its home opener as a sizable favorite, continuing a pattern of underwhelming performances. The Magic, by comparison, have shown more cohesion and intent, having won and covered 3 of their last 4 matchups against Atlanta. This consistency reflects a team with a clear direction and ambition, unlike Atlanta, which often plays without sustained focus or urgency. As our first pick for this matchup, the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The hype surrounding Atlanta's season opener ended abruptly on Wednesday night when the Raptors routed them 138-118 at home. The Hawks' offseason promise quickly unraveled as familiar defensive problems resurfaced. Toronto made only 6 three-pointers, yet still won by 20 points, a sign of Atlanta's poor defensive discipline. 3 players did score in double figures, but those efforts meant little without defensive balance. Facing Orlando next, one of the league's more efficient defensive units, adds to Atlanta's challenge. The Hawks will look to regroup, but history suggests difficulty, with a record of 3 wins and 8 losses against the spread in their last 11 meetings with the Magic, including just 1 cover in 6 visits to Orlando. Desmond Bane made an immediate impact for Orlando, scoring 23 points in his debut during Wednesday's 125-121 win over Miami. The Magic opened their season strong, showing why optimism around the roster may be justified. Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner both enter the year healthy, and Jalen Suggs has returned after recovering from knee surgery. This continuity, coupled with Bane's addition, strengthens both their offense and perimeter defense. Orlando's chemistry remains one of its key assets, refined over multiple seasons together. Playing at home has also been a steady advantage, with the team now winning 5 of its last 6 games at the Kia Center. Atlanta's trends point in a different direction, as the team has gone 10 wins to 3 losses on the over and 5 wins to 1 loss against Southeast Division opponents. The matchup favors an open style of play that could push scoring higher. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Brooklyn Nets. The Cleveland Cavaliers face the Brooklyn Nets on Friday night at the Barclays Center. Cleveland continues to manage a short-handed lineup, with Darius Garland ruled out once again and DeAndre Hunter listed as questionable. Brooklyn remains without Haywood Highsmith and Danny Wolf, both sidelined due to injury. Cleveland enters this game seeking redemption after a disappointing result in its season opener. The Nets, on the other hand, are still reeling from a heavy defeat at the hands of the Charlotte Hornets, a loss that exposed major shortcomings on both ends of the floor. While the Cavaliers have injury concerns, the matchup still tilts in their favor. Brooklyn's ownership has already signaled a rebuilding year, and the team's performance so far reflects that mindset. It's no surprise that the Cavaliers opened as significant road favorites. The number may look steep this early in the season, but the disparity in effort and experience between these squads justifies it. The Nets showed almost no defensive commitment, giving up easy points in transition and struggling with rotations. Depth remains a glaring issue, and their younger players appear unprepared for sustained NBA-level competition. Meanwhile, Cleveland's core veterans and structured approach should allow them to impose control early and maintain it throughout. The Nets will likely struggle to keep pace against a focused Cavaliers group eager to rebound from their earlier loss. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Cleveland averaged 121.7 points per game last season and 121.5 on the road. The Cavaliers operated at the 11th fastest pace in the league, averaging 103.2 possessions per game. They now face a Brooklyn team that surrendered 112.2 points per game last season. The Nets, in contrast, averaged 105.1 points per game overall and 105 points per game at home. Their pace ranked 27th in the league, with an average of 100.3 possessions per contest. They now meet a Cleveland squad that allowed 111.9 points per game. These metrics point toward a matchup where tempo and efficiency are likely to stay in check rather than escalate into a shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Celtics versus New York Knicks. The Boston Celtics travel to Madison Square Garden to take on the New York Knicks on Friday night. Boston remains short-handed, with Jason Tatum and Luka Garza both ruled out again. New York will be without Mitchell Robinson, while Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns are both listed as questionable, and their availability could influence how this matchup unfolds. Boston enters this contest eager to respond after letting a winnable game against Philadelphia slip away. Despite their injuries, the Celtics have maintained structure on both ends, but the absence of Tatum leaves a noticeable gap in their offensive rhythm. The Knicks, meanwhile, opened their season on a strong note, looking sharp and composed against the Cavaliers. Their home court energy remains a key factor, as the Madison Square Garden crowd has a history of lifting this team in big games. The line could shift slightly depending on whether Hart and Towns suit up. Even so, Boston's lack of depth after off-season moves is evident, especially when it comes to secondary scoring options. Without Tatum, the Celtics appear thin in offensive creativity and finishing. This matchup also carries rivalry weight, and the Knicks have historically risen to the occasion, winning 4 of the last 6 meetings between these teams. The setting, circumstances, and roster balance all align for a tightly contested battle in which New York will aim to assert control early. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Boston Celtics are averaging 116 points per game on 45.1% shooting while allowing 117 points per game on 45.9% shooting. From long range, they are connecting on 25.6% of their attempts and converting 88.5% of their free throws. Boston's defense has struggled on the perimeter, giving up 40% shooting from three-point range, though they have collected an average of 42 rebounds per contest. The New York Knicks are scoring an average of 119 points per game on 43% shooting, while giving up 111 points per game on 46.5% shooting. They are hitting 35% of their shots from beyond the arc and 86.1% from the free throw line. Opponents are shooting 41.3% from deep against them, while New York has maintained control of the boards with an average of 48 rebounds per game. Both teams have shown offensive aggression paired with defensive lapses, a combination that sets the stage for a matchup where pace and shot making could drive the total outcome. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.